Hello, I am Minecraft Phenom08, and this is episode 61 of my series in which I will try to collect a billion iron ingots. In today's episode, I'm going to be working on some storage upgrades, and that is because my Applied Energistics system is getting full of stuff. As we see here, these are all 64K storage cells, and they are all full, all the red ones anyways. So we're kind of nearing our capacity. Now the first thing I want to do is I need to make more black hole units to contain individual types of items, because there are a lot of things that I have a lot of, including iron ingots. I have 78,100,000 iron ingots in this particular black hole unit. Now to do this, I would like to place my black hole units along the walls like so, but to do that I will have to route some Applied Energistics cables underneath here. So first thing I need to do is I want to pop down here, and if you remember, this is the power system for my Applied Energistics system, and it just uses refined fuel to power 5 compression dynamos. I think originally when I built this as 3 compression dynamos, but I've had to upgrade that. Right now we need to grab some dense cable, and we need it to be a color that is not white. So let's go ahead and grab a bunch of this, and that should work. And what we're going to want to do, so once I get a bunch of this, and while I'm waiting I can make some storage buses because I'm gonna need some of these. Let's start out with 32. That should be good. So let's get my dense cable here and figure out some of the routing. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm going to run it along over here. I would like to have it centered, but this stuff is kind of in the way. And if you've noticed, I've added some black hole units down here. And yeah, I guess I should probably... Okay, redstone. I needed to know what they all hold so that when I set up additional black hole units, I will not be duplicating them. And plus 1,000 I think is what I'm going with. Let's see here. So you are actually under here. So yes. Now what I need to do is I need to route this up, and this will have 0 channels on it. So I'm planning to get 32 channels on this particular strand here, and to do that I'm gonna have to run it all the way up here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There we go. Oh, I hear blazes or something. So, how I want to do this is run this along under here, and I need one more. That should be good there. Now I need to run this over as well. Okay, so let's get some non-dense cable, some regular covered cable. And I need the uncolored variety, because I can't use the white cable here against the blue dense cable. So come on, I need more. Okay, that'll be a good start. How I'm going to run this is, and I actually need to dig down here, because these cables right here can only transmit 8. They need to be like so. So here's 8 channels will be over here, 8 channels will be over here, 8 channels there, and 8 channels there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and dig the rest of the 3 out and place the covered cables, and then I'm going to come back with the next step in the plan. Now that I have these all dug out and the cables placed, I need to place my storage buses. And just like over there, they will be facing up, and they will be along a line like that. So there's 8 channels. Here's another 8 more. 8 over here. So actually what I'm going to do here in a second is I'm going to swap out one of the blue cables for some smart cable. So let's see here. Smart. I only need 1. That is because I want to change out U for a smart cable. That way I can see exactly how many channels are being used. And that's going to take a bit to refresh. So the next step of this plan is, actually first I want to kind of cover up the floor here because it's ugly like this. And then the next thing I need to do is I need to decide the 32 items that I want to put into this mass storage. So there's a pretty simple way to do this. Yeah, let's get rid of that. But first let's make sure this is updated. 32, cool. Is exactly what we want to see. Let's tell my system to make 32 of these. I already have 6, so I only need 26 more. I really need to redo a bunch of my recipes because I do not have them set up to use oak wood. And if I did, things would just be a whole lot easier. Okay, so let's try this again. Black hole unit, I need 26 more. Okay, cool. Now I need to figure out what I have a lot of and what I need to put into black hole units. So, pretty simple. We do the sort order and sort by number of items. So now we can start out figuring what we need. So basically, I'm just going to be grabbing anything that I know is not in a black hole unit right now that I would like to be. So like most of this stuff up here already is. Sand, nether quartz, coal, scrap boxes, stone, silver. I don't think blaze powder is. I'm pretty sure slag is. All my ingots are. I think nickel is. Let me double check that. Actually, I don't think I have nickel. I don't. Okay, so nickel. I don't think so anyways. Cue ominous music that I forgot. Okay, that one's redstone if I remember right. Slag and quartz. Okay. So I have that. I have that. Silicon, glass, uranium. Yeah, I have that. So I need the ingots, uranium. I need apatite. And then iridium. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that I don't. I have a bunch of gem type stuff over here, so let me double check this to make sure I don't have emeralds. I do. I'm probably going to have to check this crap like 37 times because I forget. Okay, I have that. I do not have dimensional shards. I do have rubber. Okay, so what's that? That's... I want to actually stop at 8. So litherite is the next thing I need to grab. So basically what we want to do here is go down our list here and set the priority to 1000. Nope. There's some things I never would have thought would be in my top few items, as in how many items I have. I definitely would have never guessed the destabilized cloth rate here would be even like close. So let's grab my black hole units real fast and then go back to unsorted. Let's slap these down and see if these storage buses are going to behave. So that seems to be in order. That is in order. That should be uranium. That's in order. That is in order. So far, everything seems to be working out pretty well, which is cool. So actually, I can get rid of the things. Can get rid of all this stuff. Now essentially I need to do that 3 more times. And I think I can go ahead and do this off camera. I don't. See? I knew this would happen. Forget things. Glowstone. I have glowstone. Thought I had rubber somewhere. It's the very first thing I clicked. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back in a little bit after I have chosen my next 24 items and filled all this up. So I'm going to be right back. Now that we have all that done and we have 32 more items put into these black hole units that should ease the stress off of these guys, I need to do another thing. I need to grab an ME, and I can't remember what it's called, to be honest. Let's just look up Applied Energistics. Let's see. It's the thing to where I can sort, because I need to sort a bunch of my drives over here. Where is the thing? I really thought it would be up here, but I can't find it. Maybe if I just went in order, things would be easier. It's the MEIO port. So I'm going to grab... I'm actually going to make a few more of these, because I want to speed this process up. Otherwise, it's just going to be really, really slow. Okay, MEIO port. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to build 2 more of these guys. Grab a whole stack of that. And we are going to run down here and start sorting everything. I'm not sure how well this is going to work. Okay, so... And I'm going to do most of this off camera, to be honest, because this is just going to be kind of a slow process. Let's get rid of these guys. What I'm going to be doing is grabbing a whole bunch of these completely filled cells, and I'm going to be tossing them in here to be sorted. Hopefully, it will take most of the items and throw them into these black hole units I have set up now. That would be the ideal thing to happen. We'll actually see if we clear any of this up after I'm done. But I'm going to go ahead and sort all of this off camera. Basically, I'm just waiting for them to come over here and to where they're empty. And then that way I know everything that goes through here should be sorted. So let's just... Yeah, I'm going to do the rest of this off camera. So I'm going to be right back in a little bit. And here we are with the finished product. I actually ran into some troubles while trying to use the 3 MEIO. Yeah, it was not liking it, and my ME system kept shutting off, so I had to use one. So it took a really long time, but we didn't clear up very much space, unfortunately. What should be fortunate is that all this stuff should absorb a lot of the items that are coming into the system. And so hopefully those last few won't fill up too fast. But just in case, I'm going to add 8 more of these guys. And I don't think I showed the adding of these guys onto, or these last 8 when I did that. So I'm going to go ahead and build that out real fast. So that's what, 5? Oh wow. Wow. Freeze. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And unfortunately, sand be sanding. And so what I did is down here I have a dense cable, and that came from the corner down there, and it kind of just goes over. So what I need to do is I need to dig out this area right here. And I need to get some more dense cable here. So let's grab that. And boom. So currently attached to this cable is only these 8 right here. So I should have 24 channels left over. So what I'm going to do is take some covered cable, and I think I only need that. And then I need some ME drives. I need 8 of them to be exact. And that shouldn't take but just a second to craft up. And then to hook this up, I just go like that. Now let me grab this right here. Cool. Perfect. And that gets rid of like all my sand. Cool. And now the last thing I need to do here is I need to grab some 64K drives. And I have those all made up. Actually, there's one more thing I have to do. As of right now, I have the priority set at 16, 15, 14, so on and so forth, and then this one down here should be at +1. I need to reset all of these priorities. And this one down here will be at 1. So this one will need to be, essentially need to add 8 to each priority. So I'm going to go ahead and do that off camera real fast, and then I'm going to be right back. And here we are. We have all the priorities set. So this one should be a 3. This one should be like a 9, and so on and so forth. So let's go ahead and toss in our 64K storage cells. And this won't take but just a minute here. And that should give my system a little more room to grow, which is what we need because, yeah, if the system were to fill up, I would stop getting stuff essentially. So we need this system to have extra room to grow, and this should provide it. Cool. And let's go down here, because when I was using the MEIO ports, I actually completely drained this thing out. Looks like we're in the clear though. It's going back up, and that's good. So I think the rest of the episode, I'm just gonna check on a few things real fast and show a few things that I've changed since I visited. I have done quite a bit of work down here in my laser room. They are all tier 6s right now. These 2 have all speed modifiers, and the other 4, and there's a creeper, have all speed modifiers except for 4 accuracy modifiers. They all have white laser lenses, and I replaced all the item ducts with ME covered cables with import buses, because the item ducts could not handle the volume of items that I was getting from the system. So I decided to do it this way, and it works out pretty well. It looks like right now we're actually running an energy deficit, because that, yeah. Okay, so I'm going to have to figure out what's going on with that, because they are all not full. Last time I checked, they were all full. So that's cool. All these guys are running. They're making a lot of stuff. The next thing I need to check out is I have added the second chamber to this floor that I said I was probably going to add. It is also running 5 light 5. Okay. So something whacked up with this, and I'm not sure what it is. Okay, I see what's going on here, and that's not what's supposed to happen. I wonder if there's any way I can stop that from happening. That's weird, because when I initially set this up, I didn't have anything like this happening. And everything seems to be working out, but right now it's not. I don't know what's going on here. Because some crystals are being attached to twice, and other crystals are not being attached to at all. I'm not sure why that's happening. So no wonder I'm not getting the power I need. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to replace this. Okay, let me try something here. I think what's happening is a little confusion here, and I think I know how I want to. Okay, let's try this. And you are not behaving like you need to behave, sir. However, let me check this. Okay. I mean, all the crystals are connecting if I have it like that, but essentially I think I just built these systems too close together for it to work right. That's not cool. There's one more I'm gonna have to look into this because this is not ideal. This is not ideal at all. I guess one thing I could do is just add a whole bunch more generator blocks, because I'm not sure if there is a limit to how many generator blocks I can have. So let me try that. First of all, let's go in here. Let's destroy this energy collector as well. Or I have another idea. No, I can't do that because you can only have one energy collector per. I think you can only have one energy collector per. Let me try not. Yeah, that won't work. I was gonna try something else, but and I'm not sure how it's choosing the crystals or if there's a method or what. You know what? I'm gonna go off camera and I'm gonna tinker with this to see if I can't find a solution to this problem that I'm having. So I'm gonna be right back. Okay, so one solution I think I'm going to try is I've removed both of the generator blocks, and I'm actually going to build it up here. And what we're gonna do first, I need to figure out, can I set this in different orientations? And it does not look like I can. That's kind of unfortunate. So I think we're going to have it something like right here. What I'm gonna try to do is build one generator somewhere around here's, and I'm not sure how big I need this thing. Okay, I think one generator block can do 10,000, so let's just do a quick count here. That's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And right now I have 75,000 on each side, so I need 15 blocks. Yeah, okay, so I think I know how I'm going to do this. I'm going to get some more generator blocks real fast, and I'm going to move this toggle switch somewhere else. So let's grab a bunch of these guys. I'm not sure how many I need. And that should work. And then my generator block proper can be right here. And then the redstone switch can be right here. Let's see if this works. No, this does not. It's only connecting to 6 of the crystals. Well, that is a bummer. Let me try something else. That's definitely not going to work, but we can try anyways. There are too many. Yep, I figured there would be a problem here. So I guess the next step in this experimentation is I need to figure out the exact range of the energy collector. And I'm going to be right back because I need to do a little bit more experimenting to figure out exactly how I'm going to solve this little problem. So I'm going to be right back. Okay, I'm going to give one last thing a try before I just completely give up for right now. And the last thing I'm going to try is setting down my controller, setting down a bunch of these things, and making this system just huge, first of all. And lastly, I'm going to put my energy collector way back meow. And then I need a lever to test this out. And that lever should be right there. That totally works. Cool. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to duplicate this setup real fast. And then I'm going to be back and wrap up this episode because we're pretty much at time. So I'm going to duplicate this over here, and then I'm going to test it out to make sure it actually still works. And then I'm going to be right back. Okay, now we have the moment of truth. Will this work? It very much looks like it is. Thank goodness. Because that was a mess. That was not cool. Okay, now that we got that all sorted out, I think it's time to wrap up. And so in today's episode, I pretty much messed around with my storage, my system storage. I added a bunch of storage. Hopefully nothing starts to actually fill up. These shouldn't actually be filling up. But I can sort those out later. But that storage should help my system not get full of a bunch of junk items. And then I tinkered with that because apparently I did not have that set up completely correctly. And now it should be running and should work just perfectly fine. As of right now, I have 78 million iron ingots, which is a pretty good mark. And we're continuing to go up at about 6 million iron ingots per day. I actually had a slight backlog built up right before I started this episode, but obviously my energy system not working completely like it should erase that backlog. But it looks like we're actually starting to get a backlog as I speak. So that's kind of cool. So we should continue at a 6 million iron ingot per day pace until I expand my processing, which I should be able to do fairly soon. But for right now, I am Minecraft Phenom 08, and I will see you next time.